Recording in progress.
Yes. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Everyone please stand and pledge allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Alright, thanks everyone for coming. So just a couple quick announcements. Old Turnpike Road Bridge between addresses 197 and 210 still closed. Please use alternate routes. We hope to get that up pretty soon. Also, I'd like to mention that the town cleanup was a success, whereas e-waste is still ongoing behind the DPW building in Route 42 over in Woodburn. Food pantry this past week last week was a major success. We reached over 83 families. And then some, at some point we actually did run out of food, so we're going to look to expand even further. So it's good to hear that the program is expanding and people are using the free public transportation that we have. Just want to mention that this Thursday at 8:30 a.m. NYSEG is going to be doing their rail trail cleanup in Hurleyville, going to Mountaindale and Woodbridge. We don't have any liaison reports, however, Councilwoman Behan would like to say.
Okay. Chief Lacy, I've been getting phone calls from the public. They says that you're doing outstanding work with the property checks. The guys have been out there. The community has seen police all over. And they've been giving us a lot of compliments, and I wanted you to know that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Outstanding work. All right, do we have any correspondence?
No.
All right, then I'd like to open it up to public comments. Who's first?
First we have Mary Adams.
Hi, good to see you all. So I have a couple of questions. I see on the agenda tonight, number 17 is Zimmerman Estates water extension. And I just have some questions. I heard that there was a verbal agreement between the previous supervisor, and the previous board to Zimmerman Estates to get this water extension. And there was some discussion about getting a copy or a transcript of that meeting, because it would have been recorded, to indicate that that conversation actually occurred. But it hasn't been posted on the website or anything, so I just wondered, can it be posted so that we can see that actual interaction? I don't know what the month was. Is it Eli or Ellie? The developer said that he had a conversation with Steve Biglianti about it, so it would have had to have been 2 years ago. If the town goes ahead and grants this extension, I'm just wondering, actually a whole group of us is wondering, if the town can guarantee that there will be sufficient water and water pressure for the present long-term residents of Lac Sheldrake, since we are already experiencing low pressure in the summertime, especially when it comes to the fire hydrants, but also in the water coming out of our faucets. The town water department has issued many reports about the age and condition of the water infrastructure, which you all are all very aware of. And with the addition of this development, can the board guarantee that this problem won't become worse? Earlier on, a few months ago, we heard that the town has hired an outside expert to study where a new well could be drilled. And we were just wondering what happened with that I know that there's very stringent guidelines for digging wells, and the Loch Sheldrake Lake, for instance, if it's close to that, it's still got the E. coli, and just interested to know where will they find a spot, and would we be updated on that, because that would be helpful to know about. So has a new location been found for the well? And are the developers of Loch Sheldrake area being asked to help pay for this new well, since part of the reason we're going for it is because of the demand? And, you know, as you know, there are 9 developments on the books for Loch Sheldrake. And so, of course, being long-term residents and homeowners, we would really like to know the answers to this, because it's very concerning as to whether it's going to affect our water flow and, you know, lake and all of that. And that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your comments. Anyone else?
Ivan Katz. Coulter,
Oh,
sorry. Sorry.
This isn't the school board.
I forgot who I was. So, first time I'm here in front of the town of Fallsburg board since all the years I've been in the town of Fallsburg. And I'm glad to see that work is being done on Pleasant Valley Road. I've spoken to the former supervisor a number of times for that road to be done, and I sent a letter to the town expressing my concerns. I just hope that that road is going to be paved this year. And I hope also, unlike other roads which were recently paved, and that would be Bigwood, Mount Cliff, and Murphy roads, all of which have been recently paved, that I hope that when the road is finally paved, that there are fog lines on the road. And this road is particularly dangerous. I drive on this road every single day, and most evenings. It is narrow. Many people walk on that road, many of them Orthodox and black. And one of the problems that I have is that I have a regular sized sedan. Most people now have SUVs and trucks with strong illuminated lights, which is current. And I can tell you that when those vehicles go by and you're in a smaller vehicle, you are blinded. And the tendency is to drive to the right to avoid somebody that's coming at you. And with a narrow road, no sidewalks, and people walking close to the road, I think it's very dangerous. It's a dangerous situation. So I hope the town, and I know, I'm fully aware that it costs money to put lines down. In fact, I was told it's $5,000 a mile, maybe more, maybe less. But I hope when Pleasant Valley Road is finally done, that will have lines in it, and that will make it a lot safer. So once again, thanks for getting it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jean Benson.
Thank you. I want to add to what Councilwoman Behan said about the police. You're doing a great job, in my opinion. You too. They've been very professional and very responsive to any time I have called with complaints. Unfortunately, it's getting to be that time of the year, past 2 weekends on Old Glenwild Road, Quarters Road, and Forest Road, and Marsh Road. My neighbors have been coming to me and asking me to speak because they're afraid to come here. And they're afraid to talk to the people who are doing what they're doing because they're afraid of repercussions from those people. We have dirt bikes without licenses, no helmets on these guys, four-wheelers, up and down, every Saturday and Sunday. This past Saturday, 2 of them decided to take cars and drag race on the Old Glenwild Road. I'd love to give you a time, but I can't because I don't want you to have to sit there all day and ask him. I come in and talk to him at the desk, and I hate to bother him because I hate to take your manpower and spend money, and if nothing happens, I feel like it was a fool's errand. But I just want you to be aware of the situation. I've had 5 or 6 of my neighbors, most of them older than me, which is highly impossible, but they're older, they're scared, and they fear for the safety of their property and their lives if they're out on the road. Other than that, just a reminder to everybody, tomorrow's the 79th anniversary of VE Day. Thank a veteran.
Thank you very much, Jean.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to speak?
James Legari.
Yes, I'm James Legari. I just wanted to take a minute to compliment Jennifer and Paula. After they moved into this building here, I'm really speaking for people like myself who sometimes often have to use Zoom as the only way to get into this meeting, the Board of Supervisors and the zoning meeting. But since we moved here, they've done a heck of a lot better job for those of us who use Zoom. So I just think they should be recognized for all of their efforts.
Wholeheartedly agree. Anyone else want to speak? Paula?
No.
No. Anyone online would like to speak? No? Okay. All right, with that said, we'll close the public comment portion, and let's move on to agenda items. So, first agenda item is a motion to approve town board minutes dated 4/9/2024.
Motion. Second.
I have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, the motion passes. Similar motion to approve town board minutes dated 4/16/2024.
Motion.
I have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. Next, motion to approve warrant number 04B24 dated 4/24/24 in the amount of $1,127,728.95.
Motion.
I have a motion, do I have a second? I have a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Alright, motion passes. Alright, so the next one was to award wastewater sludge grit and screenings disposal. This is for our wastewater treatment plant. All the dried up sludge gets hauled away by a certified vendor that is licensed to remove that sludge. So we received, I believe, two people applied, but we went with one. I think it was nobody, just one person applied, right? Right, for this one, it was just Luzon that applied, and the rate that they gave was very similar to previous years and previous rates that we paid.
Motion.
So I have a motion to award wastewater sludge grit and screenings disposal removal to Luzon Environmental with a price of sludge at $170.56 per ton and grit at $170.56 per ton. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Next is to award municipal refuse collection services. This is for a vendor to I guess, haul away the town's garbage throughout our facilities at Town Hall. We had, I believe, two people apply, one person, only Thompson Sanitation applied for this, and it was a price that was in keeping with previous years. So, do I have a motion to award municipal refuse collection service to Thompson Sanitation for contract period June 1st, 2024 to May 31st, 2026, and contract renewal period June 1st, 2026 to May 31st, 2028?
Motion.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. All right, so this one is similar, except this is for residential refuse collection services. This is for the entire town. This is what, for those who have the services, Thompson Sanitation picks up our residential garbages. We had two people apply for this, and Thompson Sanitation came in at the lower rate. So do I have a motion to award residential refuse collection service to Thompson Sanitation for contract period May 1st, 2024 to April 30th, 2026?
Motion.
I
Second.
have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Alright, motion passes. Alright, some hires. Motion to approve seasonal employment of Teresa Call and May Hamill as office/clerk in Parks Department effective 4/15/2024.
Motion.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second, all in favor? Aye, motion passes. Also, motion to approve seasonal employment of Isaiah DaCosta, Layla De Jesus, Alexis LaRose, Edward McCombs, David Mizerick, and Stephen Brust as laborers in the Parks Department effective 4/15/24.
Motion.
I have a motion. Do I have a second? A second, all in favor? Aye, motion passes. All right, motion to approve the employment of Troy Morris in the Highway Department as an MEO effective 4/29/2024. Now, motion.
Motion.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye, motion passes. All right, so next one is to accept a grant from Sullivan 180. This is a $20,000 grant specifically for improvements at the OMW Rail Trail trailhead at the River Road project. This includes improvements and I believe some benches and things of that sort to kind of spruce up that area, which is being funded through Sullivan 180. So do I have a motion to accept 2024 Sullivan 180 Municipal Partnership Grant in the amount of $20,000 for the OMW Rail Trail Trailhead River Road project?
Motion.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second. Aye.
I have a second. All in favor? Aye. Motion passes.
Can I get a point of information, if that's no problem? Is that the one on the sharp turn by the old trestle?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. So next one. This is a big one. Motion to approve the promotion of Michael Dodorados to lieutenant effective 5/6/2024. That's yesterday.
Motion.
I have a motion. Do I have a second? I have a second. All in favor? Aye. Motion passes.
Congratulations.
Please step on up.
Make a big thanks. Congratulations.
Hold on.
Brendan, you want to take a picture with all of us?
Yes, please.
Brendan deserves to put up all my crap over. Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. Where are you?
You got the haircut for it, take my word for it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, smile big.
Where'd you get a picture?
Where did you see it?
One more.
One more?
Okay.
Congratulations.
No, I'll take it.
I've known him for long.
I was wondering why you were here.
Just have to know how to put the cars in, you don't have to sew it.
Now time.
That's the way it's budgeted.
All right, so to continue on, the town board approved of a lieutenant position, which has been long overdue in this town. We gave it to the police chief to find the right people, to interview, to go through the hiring process, and we're here to support the chief in his decision by confirming his appointment. Lieutenant Dodorados, thank you very much for your service, and we continue to look forward to.
Can I have your phone number at home again?
So, just as, almost as exciting would be the next motion to approve the chief's pick to appoint a full-time police officer. The name of it is Colin Garofalo. He will be a provisional police officer with this department, and I hope he will stay with us for the entire career.
Motion.
I have a motion, I have a second, all in favor? Aye.
Congratulations, Mrs. Shields. Listen, I'm very excited that you're joining our family here. I can't wait to lead you and watch you spread your wings and fly here, man. Good luck.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Actually, when we get them all, you should take a picture with them as well.
Yeah, I know. tables in the room.
Back in the room, go on.
Come on, Mom.
The lens will break. It's weird, as I used to be.
Congratulations.
Whenever I'm here to send you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Okay, moving on. So number 13 is a resolution approving a new road name for Foxcroft Circle, Daisy Way, Iris Court, and Lily Trail located at SBL 12-1-26 and 30.1. This is known as Hasbrook Estates. This is already approved by the Sullivan County Real Property Tax Services, and really it's a formality for the local board to approve. So do I have a motion to approve this resolution?
Motion.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
Yes, I'm sorry. It's very quiet, it's very quiet.
Can I just quietly make a correction? It's Foxglove.
Foxglove.
That's why I didn't want to vote yes.
That's what I heard.
I wasn't comfortable until
Did
it's
you say
corrected.
Foxglove?
Is it Foxglove?
I know the name.
Foxglove.
I had to correct you, but, I don't know.
I said Foxglove.
Sorry.
No, thank you.
No.
Yeah, okay, I misspoke. Thank you very much.
I typed it 400 times, so I know what it is.
All right, so number 14. All right, so just to explain this one, on Old Falls Road, we have the water tower not far from the Four Corners. By that water tower, we also have a cell phone tower there, which has been leased out to this company, GDP Acquisition Partners, for many years. What they're looking to do is they're looking to extend their current lease out for a number of years, and in doing so, I believe the agreement was a $20,000 signing, as well as about $25,000 a year in rents that go up, I think, 2 or 3% per year. So we're here to pass a resolution to approve that, including the extra revenue. So, resolution approving the Second Amendment to the lease agreement between the Town of Fallsburg landlord and GDP Acquisition Partners 2 LLC, which is the tenant. Original agreement dated 12/14/1998 with an amendment dated 12/31/2014. Do I have
Motion.
motion to approve?
Second.
Motion is second, all in favor? Aye. Motion passes. All right, so the next one has to do with our sewer plant operator. So currently we use the VRI, which supplies a Class 4A sewer treatment operator, which we're required to have by DEC standards, because we operate a 4A plant. VRI informed us that they're doing some rearranging in their personnel and they're no longer able to service us. So we're left looking for another vendor. We did find another vendor, a local professional that runs H2O Innovation Operation, and they will be able to pick up where VRI left off, charging us exactly the same monthly rate that VRI is charging us. So, do I have a motion to approve resolution approving Supervisor Ben Simone to sign an agreement with H2O Innovation Operation and Maintenance effective immediately?
Motion.
I have a motion and a second, all in favor? Aye, motion passes. So the next one has to do with our Mountaindale wastewater treatment plant. It's been identified that with the developments going on over there, we are essentially out of capacity, and we're now in discussions over ways to increase that capacity. That said, also the village of Woodridge wants us to take Davos back, and there's discussion about the possibility of maybe linking them up to Mountaindale. So regardless of well, regardless, the status quo can't be met, and we need to upgrade our capacity there. So what we did was we are looking to contract with Delaware Engineering to create a preliminary engineering report looking at all our different options as to what we can and cannot do going forward just for the Mountaindale plant. So do I have a motion to approve resolution to award Delaware Engineering, DPC, with a preliminary engineering report for Mountaindale wastewater treatment plant upgrade?
Motion.
Second.
Have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, motion passes. All right, so this one has kind of come up in discussion a few times. In December, there was a resolution to approve the water district extension, which was tabled into the new year. We had quite a few discussions with our board members as to whether or not we wanted to extend the district, which we couldn't find consensus for. However, as our legal counsel explained to us, that we essentially paved the primrose path to extension because in the years leading up to this point, town officials have been working collaborating with the developer on the capacity issues and technical issues. So in a sense, the town has been operating as if an extension was going to happen eventually, and as such, the developer had made certain investments and certain commitments based on that expectation. So even though there was no written agreement and there may have been a verbal agreement, just the fact that administratively we've been working with the developer, the town has been working with the developer all these years to grant the extension. In a sense, we'd be opening ourselves up to legal liability if we do not grant the extension. So at the recommendation of our town attorney, we believe that this is probably the most prudent course of action at this point. So
Just to clarify, they have followed every single procedural step that's been required of the municipality. The municipality directed them to go get approvals. They signed agreements that were at risk, that they understood what they were doing was when everything would be available, and they've spent a significant amount of money in moving this along. And it's only because of the change in administration that it didn't get voted on when it came up in the last administration for a public hearing. It was basically all steps were completed. The planning board had approved the conditional negative declaration, and all that was left, public hearings have been held, back planning report has been filed. And there will be one final step after this. The DEC still has to approve on their end, because all of the sewer extensions and connections are required to have DEC approval.
thank you for the clarification. So, going forward, our staff pretty much knows that that the granting extensions going forward is going to be on a very limited basis, as we really don't have the capacity to extend the district. But this was already in progress for a number of years at this point, so really we're at a position, we're not in the position to deny at this point, since they've done everything that we required them to do up until this point.
And the full cost of the extension and all the installation is at the expense of the developer.
Right.
Just a point of information for you guys, there's a well on that property. Has anybody checked that out?
I did.
You did? Okay.
All right, so do I have a motion to approve the resolution approving Town of Fallsburg Water District Extension to Zimmerman Estates LLC?
Motion.
I have the motion, do I have a second?
Second.
And that would be a combined negative declaration as well. It's in the papers, there would be a negative declaration.
Oh, the resolution has a negative declaration?
Yeah, there is a
as well.
negative in there as well, so if you want to make a motion that we're approving a negative declaration, that's been examined, there was a negative declaration already found in the phase, and you're finding a negative declaration for the extension as well.
So you still making the motion in a second?
Sure.
All right, so we have a motion and a second to include the negative declaration. All in favor? Aye. Motion passes. All right, so at this point, we are, I'm gonna entertain a motion to enter into executive session to discuss current litigation as well as personnel-related matters.
Motion.
I have a motion and a second, all in favor?
Are you gonna come back to do business? Are you gonna,
Supervisor.
are you gonna come back and do business after that?
Just hold on, just hold on that executive session. There was just one clarification that the chief wanted to make with regard to the, what was our guy follow.
Yeah, just that it's a full-time civil service off the list, so it's not provisional. He's on probation for a time period in Fallsburg, if he makes probation, and he becomes permanent. So they don't classify it as provisional, it's just a full-time civil service position.
That's number.
All right, so we're striking the provisional? It's not
Correct.
provisional?
He's on probation, just like anybody else is that comes here new, or brand new, or transfers in.
Okay.
No, he's full-time certified, he's just
Oh, he's
transferred.
on the test
He's
room?
transferred,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
he's completely done the academy, all of his, everything is done, he's getting on the road on Monday.
Thank you for the clarification.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Duly noted. And, to answer your question, no, we don't anticipate any further business after executive session.
You're supposed to announce that, just so you know.
Yeah, I am, thank you. All right, thank you so much for coming in. Have a good night. And we are.
That's fine, I'll be here. No, yeah, that's what she said, yeah, they just don't have to- Both of us are.